Welcome back, everybody. It's now time for game number 2 of Na'vi vs Virtus Pro. I'm Gods. Joining me is Winter. What's up, Winter?
What's up, you? What's up, Gods?
Not too much. I'm still a little sick after the Philippines. Like, I can't quite go like all out with my casting. Some people were saying I look tired, but mostly I'm just like, I'm trying to be calm today because I'm a bit sick. I don't want to tire my voice too much.
If people knew what you did on the last day on the after party, probably people would understand why you're just sick and tired and stuff like that.
You're right. That last day I was casting for like 15 hours straight. They would fully understand why I was so tired, Winter. But I'm glad you brought it up so I can just clarify.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't the casting that made you tired.
The casting? Oh, the really long hours, like the getting up at 5 in the morning. My flight was also at a really bad time. You're right, Winter. There was so much going on there. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You're actually doing such a good job, I have to say.
With what? Bullshitting or?
You know. We both know what happened actually.
Okay. I'm I have nothing more to say on the topic. But yeah, if I stop talking in a fight, it's probably because I'm like trying to like prevent myself from coughing all on the mic. But
yeah, and this game you'll see the Shadow Fiend, but not from Na'vi, but Virtus Pro.
Well, I think G set was like probably telling his Captain NS like, I couldn't carry enough with the Mirana. Get me something even better, and it's gonna be a Shadow Fiend this time around. I feel like.
I actually think Mirana does carry well compared to the Shadow Fiend, even into late game when both of them, if you compare both of the heroes, Mirana deals actually quite a good amount of damage later on, and she has survivability. She has a stun which Shadow Fiend doesn't.
Yep. Well, Na'vi pick up the Shadow Shaman too with a Lich Bounty Hunter. So they started things off with the new Lich, the Bounty Hunter, which they love to pick up, and then they get back towards a good pushing support here in the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, and Pugma is just such a great pick here, I feel, because the Nether Ward will be greatly effective against the Shadow Shaman and the Lich King.
Yeah, and it does give Virtus Pro the option to take towers if they get off to a good start, but it's not really like a key component to their draft, at least not at this point, it feels like.
I feel that probably the Shadow Fiend could be the safe laner now, because since you have a Pugma, you want to put the Pugma as your solo mid hero most of the time, or you run him as an aggressive tri-lane. So most likely Shadow Fiend will be either the safe lane or the solo mid.
Na'vi say we're just gonna go anti-mage, and when Virtus Pro see the anti-mage, that kind of makes I feel Virtus Pro more inclined to go for that offensive tri-lane with CM Pugna +1, try and shut down the anti-mage. But Navi's response to that is probably to try and dodge that lane, send anti-mage either towards the mid lane with the Lich or send him up top with the Lich. They don't really want to verse the Virtus Pro tri-lane if it's coming towards the anti-mage.
Yeah, having the Lich just means that you can even basically do the anti-mage and Lich in the off lane and make the off lane your safe lane.
Yeah. Oh man, this is.
I think that's actually better than having the anti-mage and Lich at the middle lane. Probably even better. But I think both ways are extremely good.
It's the one thing I'm not sure how much I like with the new changes to the off lane. It means you can send like. You can put your lanes almost anywhere if you want to try dodge an opponent's lane. In the past, you had to always consider the fact that there was the creep equilibrium. If you went to the offlane, your creeps are far away from your tower. If you went to the safe lane, they were close to your tower. So in the past, you had to consider that. But now all you have to consider is, which of my opponent's lanes do I want to dodge? So it's no longer like...
Do you actually agree to the fact that every lane is about the same right now? There's no such thing as a safe lane and an off lane anymore.
It adds like a guessing element somewhat, which I don't like the guessing element. Like let's say... Right now, Virtus Pro, they have their tri-lane, and Na'vi have their anti-mage lane. If you're Virtus Pro, you're saying, let's put our tri-lane against anti-mage. If you're Na'vi, you're saying, let's avoid that. So where do you send your lanes? It's entirely guessing, whereas in the past, you would actually be like doing informed guesses based on which was the safe lane, which was the off lane. So if you sent your anti-mage to the off lane, you were making a big risk because it's your off lane, and if you guess wrong, you get completely screwed over.
Or you think that they're gonna think you're gonna tri-lane and you actually don't tri-lane and you leave your tri-lane on your safe lane and they think that you're gonna tri-lane them and they send their anti-mage to their off lane.
Stop my head it hurts.
But with the Night Stalker as their last pick, it probably means that
support Pugna?
Pugna will be support, or they would do like a Clockwork plus Pugna dual lane on the off lane, which means that either the Clockwork will be probably position 4 or 4.5, and they can have a CM Shadow Fiend dual lane and a solo mid Night Stalker.
Yeah, it looks like it may be a G Night Stalker then, so it puts Blow Your Brain onto the Shadow Fiend. Hmm.
The Night Stalker pickup is actually really effective against Shadow Shaman and the Lich. Pugna and like Night Stalker would be definitely very effective against those two heroes.
Well,
So
last
it'll
pick is going to be your
be
Dendi Magnus, so
I have bad memories of Anti Magnus.
being so good in defeating you.
No, just moments where I watch in YouTube.
Okay, okay. Moments where you watch on YouTube. That sums it up very well. Very politically correct answer.
Magnus and Anti-Mage is just something really old school. You just carry the game really late, and you have another off-lane melee hero, which is the Bounty Hunter. The Empower will make these two heroes really effective later on to the game.
Yes. Well, we'll
Crazy,
introduce.
crazy ancient stackings, probably.
Oh my gosh, that's definitely another thing Navi have considered here. But we'll introduce our two teams. Virtus Pro, your Russian squad, going to be playing on the Radiant side. G, God Kill Them All, playing the Solo Midnight Stalker. It'll be the Resistance, playing the Shadow Fiend, also known as Blow Your Brain. ars-art, going to be playing the Crystal Maiden. Another former Navi players on this team. Light of Heaven going to be on the Clockwork. And then finally, it's NS on the Pugna. So this is like 2 of the original Navi members up against 3 of the original Navi members.
Yeah, there's 7 Navi players in the field. And for the Dire side, we have Natus Vince here. Funnick on the Bounty Hunter, the Captain Puppy on the Lich King. He just plays a ward on the offlane. And we have Dandy on his mid lane solo, Magnus, Kuroki on the support, Shadow Shaman. And we have, what's Horvos doing up here as his anti-mage?
I was trying to find Devos on the map, and I was like, oh, he's over at the enemy Ancients. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder what he was doing there. Probably trying to scout out the lanes.
Well, yeah, oh, absolutely. You can catch a glimpse of anything, get some information, but he's going to be headed up top with the Shadow Shaman against the Clockwork.
This is not an aggressive tri-lane gods. They're gonna just jungle the Crystal Maiden
Okay.
and have the Pugna pull creeps.
Alright, well, it's like a Pugna just supporting Shadow Fiend. I guess this is the greedier way to play this Virtus Pro lineup, and it kind of works here, because...
I don't necessarily agree greedy, but because if you do this, Funnick is gonna be smiling the whole way.
Yeah. Funnick can be... He can be looking to steal experience, maybe even some last hits from the CM. And it also gives the anti-mage complete, utter free farm.
Yeah, this is gonna be really dangerous, I feel, because if they do this and Funnick plays well and he gets a lot of experience, he'll be a really big pest towards the supports of Virtus Pro.
Yeah. G took a ton of damage at mid lane there. It looked like Dendi got a skewer back on him because G got down to well under half HP. So nice start for Dendi.
That's so bad for someone going for eco build.
Yeah, well, he's already got the bottle here, but he'll have to immediately use those bottle charges, send it back to refill it, and has to be careful with that courier a little bit, but he's having also more problems because Lich is helping out Dendi the mid lane. It doesn't really feel like Dendi's a solo mid anymore. He's just a mid. He's not often actually solo.
He's just a hero running a mid lane.
Yeah, it's take the solo part out of that because he's getting a lot of support in mid lane.
There'll always be passerby running over, denying a creep, and feebling his opponent. What else does he need?
Deliver ganks to him, whereas Virtus Pro don't really seem to have the same attention and support of G in this mid lane.
Yeah, their supports are more concerned. Look at us at jungling. I'm not gonna help you. You don't need help. And G is just having such a torrid time both games.
Yep. Well, it's a greedy, well, like you say, not entirely greedy, but Virtus Pro trying to be a bit more efficient here with these lanes. We're going to see ars-art jungling away with the Crystal Maiden. As he's going to hopefully... could get this stack off. I'm not going to do so at the time being. Bounty Hunter also hasn't found the Crystal Maiden here just yet here. He's going to get scattered by a Sentry Ward, so NS going to go for a bit of harass, a decrypt into a blast here, but that's just kind of chewing through his mana for the time being. Yeah,
there was such a huge mana use on just trying to get the Bounty Hunter damage a bit.
It was very inefficient.
One moment you're talking about them being efficient, the next moment...
Damn. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that one. Crystal Maiden, though, up to level 2. Got a point... Speaking of inefficient, he got a point in Crystal Nova. He should have got Aura at level 2. He's not going to use that Nova.
This is really weird. Yeah, usually you just get the Aura.
Yep.
Or mid lane first blood. Hasted Dendi.
Well, Dendi finds a haste. Dendi gets a kill. That's a first blood which we've missed. I'm sorry, Winter. I let us down. I'm making us look bad.
I actually didn't help you out this time around.
It's alright. We were looking at the seat. We were just talking about... people being inefficient. We're-
and I saw Fanik bought his boots, and I was gonna say that this is probably gonna be the time he's gonna try and steal some farm from NS or ars-art and the first loot.
He's already up to level 3.5 here. Well, he's got 5 CS, which is all you really need here. Get your boots, maybe go back for that Orb of Venom. So
you compare the two offlaners. The Clockwork is just level 3, and he has only 1 last hit. The Bounty Hunter has 5 last hits. Usually, it's more difficult for the Bounty Hunter to get levels and farm.
I think part of why like Virtus Pro can't also help out G much in the mid lane is just the supports they choose. Pugna not really a good defensive support to be sitting behind a Night Stalker. He needs to just be in the safe lane, going for pulls, getting some levels. And CM trying to just play that more greedy style. Like you have a Lich.
He got a boots. I think he's gonna probably smoke and try and gank somewhere right now.
I feel like the supports that Na'Vi pick are just your better protective supports for mid lane. Like last game it's the Bane, you have the Enfeeble. This time around it's a Lich who can come in with a Dark Ritual. They're really picking these support heroes that can give Dendi a lot of help in the early game.
Yeah, and Papi is also stacking the big cam in jungle. And I think they saw the Crystal Maiden smoked up.
Well, Crystal Maiden. Oh, they're trying to protect this rune. This is good for Virtus Pro, possibly if they can turn this one around. ars-art taking a lot of damage. Here comes Kuroki. They've got 1 kill. A shackle onto G could be problematic for them. He's trying to outrun it. Kuroki's got boots, though. G has no boots. He may actually get caught up. The skewer going to slow him down. And Kuroki catches them with the shackle. And this will be the death of G as well. 2 kills for Na'Vi in the mid lane. That's an absolute disaster.
I think they could have gotten the first blood, Virtus Pro. And not the first blood, maybe, but the kill on the Lich King first, because the Crystal Maiden, he casted his Frostbite on the Magnus instead of casting it on the Lich. He know what both heroes, but he casted the Frostbite on the Magnus. That was really weird.
Well, definitely ends up being a bit of a mistake here, and Na'Vi are going to be really happy with this start. Now you've got Funnick at bottom lane. He's got that Orb of Venom, heads into the jungle, going to see what he can find maybe. He's also about to hit level 5, so this is a bounty hunter who has just not really been dealt with at all.
Yeah, it comes down to the fact that the VP supports can't really drive him out of the lane.
CM's a good support, but the Pugner as a support I just don't really like. Meanwhile, mid lane, gee, catch the end of that one. He was looking to go in and get aggressive. He tried to go on Puppy to get the kill while silencing off Dendi, but he just didn't have the damage he needed. And this is nighttime starts, he dies twice.
Got RP'd as well. And here comes the Virtus Pro support, so I doubt they'll be able to do much here.
They want to try and catch up Puppy, but he's just hiding.
They saw the rotation with this ward. This ward actually gave Na'Vi so much information. It saw the Crystal Maiden smoke gang with boots, and now it sees the 2 supports running around.
Well, and Funnick now also nearby in this mid lane. If he finds out these supports, he could go for a kill, especially these squishy CM and Pugner. They're going to be walking in the jungle in a second here.
He doesn't have enough mana anymore. If he tries to Shadow Walk one more time, he can't have Shuriken Toss.
They dropped a Sentry Ward for him, though. Yeah, at this point, Funnick is a bit mana-starved. He's going to head back towards bottom. He does get scattered up by an Observer Ward, so Virtus Pro know where he is, and Rune going to be spawning top. G going to be running for this one, but once again, Kuroki's there. Can they actually get another kill, maybe? Ooh, he's zoning him out. He's not going for the kill here. Instead, just protecting.
He didn't have enough mana as well to cast all his spells.
If he had Ether Shock with the shackles, maybe.
Bottom lane does.
Funnick down. Alright. That's a nice kill for Virtus Pro, but not really.
They got themselves on the board.
Yeah.
After all that rotation.
Yeah, you'd think it would have come sooner with all the rotations from them, but it took them a long time to get that. Shadow Fiend seems to be one of the few hopes left for Virtus Pro, because apart from him, none of these other heroes are doing very well. G's died 3 times this game. Then in the offlane, you've got Clockwork, who's doing okay, but he's doing nowhere near as well as this Bounty Hunter, who's already level 5. Clockwork just level 4.
Yeah, I think it came down to the fact that the reason why the Bounty Hunter is doing far more better than the Clockwork, it's the supports of the Virtus Pro just can't really do too much. And I know CM is a good
Bandit's got 1 kill at bottom lane. He just went in and sniped that one on his own, and he's looking for... Well, he can't really find a bit more.
Do they have sentries? No, they don't.
No. The Pugner had the dust, and the dust was on cooldown. Yeah. I think Funnick knew the dust was on cooldown and just went in. He may just go catch the Crystal Maiden now. CM alone, and there's a Lich here as well. Lich not going to be looking to run in just yet. Just a track going to be deployed. Well,
yeah, they used the dust. They used the dust to kill him like before that, and he TP'd back knowing that the dust was still on cooldown. That was just a really good presence of mind by him.
Well, Shadow Fiend going to try farm up some stacked neutrals here to start accelerating his farm, but he alone cannot carry this game. It's going to have to come from all of Virtus Pro. They need to get their Clockwork level 6, have Hookshot come into play. They need Night Stalker to start getting some momentum as well. He's rotated top, and he needs to find a kill here, it feels like.
First night phase, not going too
almost
well.
over.
Oh, Hobos blinks in.
Oh, here's Night Stalker. 5 seconds left on the nighttime. Can they kill off Kuroki here? Oh no! It is a disaster, Winter. My Dota 2's just crashed. Maybe.
Oh, I'm gonna try and bail you out here. So I feel they could have just punished Horvath there instead of trying to go on the Shadow Shaman. They felt like they didn't have the confidence to try and take down the anti-mage. That would have been a far better kill for them. And not to mention, Horvath is just going to farm. He's just going to go for a naked Battle Fury, and he didn't have boots in the last situation. And Shadowfiend gets a kill on the Lich before they kill him, even though they tried to gank him. He almost got both of the kills at bottom lane. So that was really unlucky, but it was a track kill for Funnick. Good exchange by them.
Giving Na'Vi track money at this point is definitely not something you want to be doing if you're Virtus Pro. Na'Vi have enough going their way as it is, so we'll be reconnecting into the game now. Do apologize for that one, guys.
I see you.
You see me? I don't see me. I miss, the worst thing about the new patch is you no longer have I can't actually set the blue loading screen, the International 2 loading screen. I miss it.
You have to move on, gods.
They got rid of it. It'd been there for like a year and a half, and now it's gone.
You need to have the good old red loading screen.
Well.
Yeah, the game right now is just really in such a big Virtus Pro is just in such a big deficit because of came down to how the supports played at the start as well for Na'Vi, I feel, which has been the great difference for the game.
Well, and Dendy's almost got his Blink Dagger now. After this creep, it looks like he'll be just about 10 gold away from that one. He'll be shooting that one out on the Courier any second now. And Funnick still being annoying in the jungle. He's hit level 8. Oh my gosh. Like, getting the track kills is one thing, but hitting level 8 already. 2 points in the Janata, maxed out Shrook and Toss.
He's gonna probably find ars-art here.
The Crystal Maiden and the Pugner are just food to him. Both of those heroes seeing on 600 HP. They don't stand a chance.
Yeah, both of them are just everyday sandwich for the Bounty Hunter. 3 kills plus track.
Well, he may just be mid lane. He wants some bigger fish here. G's heading top, looking for the rune, and G just walked into this one. He hasn't got his ultimate either, and they're going to get a track on him. Oh no, G's not dead yet. He may be able to get out of this one. Here comes the Pugner to help him out. RP on the high ground, catches out too. The skewer back as well. Nicely played by Dendy. He gets himself a double. And they've got the track up. He's looking for this Crystal Maiden. It looks like they may get the CM.
They're gonna get another kill.
Kuroki. Oh, use the shackles. He's got the shackles. He'll get the kill. Blink in from Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, I think, may have got in range for the track gold as well.
Yeah, he did get the track goal.
Oh, man.
He has his Battle Fury already, I think.
Something's flying out.
Yeah, Battle Fury.
10.5-minute Battle Fury for Horvath.
I see 9
level
minutes.
8.
I see 9 minutes naked Battle Fury, but that's with a kill. This is all last hits.
A kill or a tower, maybe. As
bottom lane, Shadowfiend, he made Dandy pay for trying to deny the tower.
Okay.
He actually denied
Almost
the
the Lich went down as well here. Nicely played by Blow Your Brain.
Like you mentioned, the SF has to do a lot of heavy lifting this game.
Hook shot on mid lane. It's not going to land though. Kuroki gets pushed out of this one. Nightstalker going to pop the ultimate, but I think Kuroki gets...
I think he's going to die.
G came in from the side. Did not see the route G was coming in from. I thought he was going to be coming in from like mid lane, but he gets one. Funnick now in mid as well. He may just want to pop down some tracks for the time being.
The Shadowfiend is tanking a lot of damage on the tower.
Yeah, with a Bounty Hunter around, you don't want to be doing that. They've sent you all to the CM. They need to think about dropping one for this Bounty Hunter maybe. There we go.
He just dropped one. I don't think they can defend this because RP is not yet off cooldown. They're just going to give it away.
They've got the Chain Frost, but Lich is back. Well, needs to go back to heal up. And meanwhile, top lane Na'Vi are looking to go for some counter push here, and it looks like they're just going to trade T1 towers, which is a pretty good result for Na'Vi. Horvath gets himself some more farm. Get his boots, his Quelling Blade, start building towards those treads, and well, I think that's an okay net result for Na'Vi.
Yeah, Shadowfiend at this point, Shadowfiend at this point of the game, he will just farm not as fast as the anti-mage because the Battle Fury Quelling Blade build is just going to out-farm you. The Shadowfiend has to try and probably have an impact in the fights coming. He can't really out-farm the anti-mage at this rate anymore.
Well, and now Virtus Pro, they're just struggling to get their basic items up. Like your Night Stalker treads with just Bottle, your Crystal Maiden just sitting on boots. Both your supports just with boots. Your Pugner also only level 5. Similar story for the Clockwork. The only hero with actual items at this point is your Shadowfiend. It really feels like we've got a 4 protect 1 draft going on, and you just cannot really succeed with this kind of a lineup.
Yeah, and Na'Vi is going for
They've
Roshan.
been scouted though by the Rocket Flare. I don't know if they still want to commit to this one.
Yeah, they probably have to back off because they're not killing the Roshan as fast as
even with the Serpent. They've used the Serpent Wards, but I think they're just going to have to accept the fact they can't quite go in and finish this one off. They'll get Roshan very low with the Serpent Wards. but well, Virtus Pro, they can't really go in and sneak this
I
themselves.
think they should smoke right now and try and fight because they saw the wards being used. Yeah, they're gonna smoke right now.
Well, Dendi has Blink RP. Lich has Chain Frost. They're going to be very careful. They need to pick off one of these key heroes.
2,800 damage coming.
Yeah, and this is a bottleneck place where you do not want to be fighting.
They saw Funny.
But
Are they gonna go
Funix,
in?
Funix saw them use the dust as well. They've got Essential what they scout out G. Immediate blinking from Havos. They want to try to take this fight. Havos though gets silenced up. He may go down. The Chain Frost is going to start bouncing. It bounces to the Ancients. The Ancients are just taking all the damage. 2,800 damage. I don't think so, Winter. Night Stalker goes down. Magnus, Dendi's gone down as well. And Light of Heaven shackled up. Na'Vi are also low, but no one's actually died. That Chain Frost.
Are they gonna kill Havos?
Okay.
Oh, this fight. I would consider VP winning this fight.
That was
they killed 2 cores.
Fortunate for VP.
It was actually an exchange of solo mid and off lane.
Yeah.
Both sides off lane and solo mid
No,
died.
your carry. Your anti-mage died.
Oh yeah, it was actually better for VP. The Magnus RP hit 3 heroes, but Dendi skewered them up the cliff and he tried to TP up because he knew he was screwed. Since the Chain Frost didn't bounce there, it bounced on the Ancients.
The Chain Frost from Puppey, I think he needed to wait for the RP to use it. He had to wait for him to clump up away from the Ancients. I guess he just wasn't, it wasn't in his mind that it was going to bounce to those Ancients, but once it did, that stack just ate up all that damage.
Yeah, it's just something like you don't understand in Dota, like shackle shots. You wonder why it didn't hit, but it just happened.
There's so many things you have to keep track of, and that was probably one thing that Puppey... Because normally, even if there's just one Ancient stack there, maybe it eats 2 or 3 of the bounces, but it'll eventually bounce back to some heroes. But with that many units,
Funny
no
has
chance.
a Vlad. It's gonna make the Roshan really easy. They scouted it, but I'm not sure whether they can reach on time.
Blockwork, is there a hook shot? He's got it. He's not going to go for the steal, though. That would have been a bit too ballsy of him.
Yeah, SF has the BKB, so the next fight would be far more easier than the last fight.
Well, Antimage, I feel like Antimage Na'Vi just want to get him farming. Play the split push game. Don't actually come to... He actually blinked into that fight. Well, he didn't straight up die to it. He got silenced and got very low. It was definitely a very just risky move from Havos, which didn't really seem like a necessary one.
Yeah, it was a Havos blink move. He was always really aggressive trying to get kills. I think probably he was just anticipating Dendi to get a huge RP, and he wanted to be there to attack as soon as possible and get a huge mana wipe off. But the moment he blinked in, Dendi RP'd the heroes behind, and the Night Stalker silenced Havos in front. So it was just, he got stuck in a very bad position right after that.
Okay, well, Na'Vi, they're 11 kills to 7 up right now. It's a 3 to 4k gold lead. They do still need to be careful, but with this late game anti-mage, it still seems like a hero who's matches up okay against the Shadow Fiend with his split push, but Shadow Fiend's actually out farming anti-mage for the time being.
Yeah, because of hero kills and Havos died, the last fight didn't help him. But if you look at the CS counter, oh, anti-mage has more CS. They're actually going to try and kill him with a Pugna and SF. How are you going to kill him?
I don't think so. Add the Aegis on there, but this anti-mage is also really squishy to the physical damage. One right click.
Dendi is coming in top.
Much.
Oh, bottom lane, they dusted Funnick.
Oh, can they actually kill him?
Top lane as well, Dendi is going in.
Well, looks like Funnick may go down the bottom lane. Meanwhile, top lane, Dendi.
BKB.
Oh, BKB's used, but he gets the ultimate off. Dendi going to go down. 1 or 2 more right clicks. He's going to go for the raise instead. Gets the kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they killed off the bounty hunter. So
they killed Funnick as well with the dust and the Night Stalker. And
the RP was just a millisecond too late at top lane to cancel off the Requiem. Puppey going to go down as well.
Puppey, what are you doing, buddy?
He's channeling his inner Havos.
Wow. I don't know. He can't even deny the tower at that point. There was
ars-art's got a ward trap here. Catches out the Crystal Maiden. That was some cheeky play. Oh, sorry, Kuroki with the Kuroki with the.
You got confused.
ars-art the one getting trapped up. Aegis. Okay.
He just killed the
Aegis gone
of the anti-mage.
He has no HP and no armor at this point. Well, he's got armor, but he's just got no HP and survivability. Right clicks do big damage to him. When he hasn't gone for the stats, he's gone for max mana break with max blink.
G had a double damage there that made the job really easy. Well, I think the last few engagements have been much better for VP, and they took down towers, 2 towers. They're actually ahead of one tier 1 tower right now.
Yeah, and we're back to even on the gold graph, so this is what's going to boost up Na'Vi though.
This is the ancient stacks.
Yep.
The ancient stacks that screwed up the Chain Frost is going to give Na'Vi a lot of gold.
Yeah, this will help him catch up a little bit. And Voss takes a bit of damage for this one, but he had the Vlad's life still going his way. He's got his Yasha now with 1k gold. As for Virtus Pro though, Yasha already up on the Shadow Fiend, and it's no longer just Shadow Fiend with some items. We're looking at Night Stalker actually going to have a BKB in a reasonable time. Your Clockwork's got a decent chunk of gold in his pockets. Your Pugner suddenly is level 9 with a Buckler, when not long ago he was level 5 with just boots. So suddenly Virtus Pro, like, their supports are more farm, they've got just more basic items, and it's no longer all about the Shadow Fiend.
It's much more crucial for the Pugner is the levels. The gold isn't that really important for him because he just needs to have the ward at max level to be a constant threat towards the enemy supports, especially the Lich and the Rasta.
Navi spending a lot of time in the enemy jungle here. There's a smoke back at base for Dendi with some pieces of his 4-star. Maybe they want to try and go for a gank with that.
Navi's going to get this tier 1 tower.
Yeah. They've got the Serpent Wards in 5 seconds if they need to use it. Maybe we'll see a hookshot any second here. Shadow Fiend, poised to go in. There's your hookshot from Light of Heaven. Catches out Dendi. He's going to skew his way out of there. Brings the Clockwork with him, and Light of Heaven decides to turn and run. Meanwhile, Navi also on the run. Night Stalker, not nighttime, no ultimate up as well. He does not really have the ability to go in.
That initiation was a bit like... I don't understand why would you want to hook the Magnus at that position. He could have just went for the easier target, the Rasta, the Shadow Shaman.
Not a hero they could actually kill. And Funnick scouts out the Crystal Maid on the sideline. He's just going to get some more tracks down.
Know what? Funnick bought a Quelling Blade? Like, what? There's no profit in this game.
There's no profit? Dewarding, maybe? No, I mean, other heroes are dewarding, so... I do not know why he bought a Quelling Blade Winter.
Yeah. You can only use the Quelling Blade on observer sentries.
Yeah.
Not the Pugna ward. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I would be surprised if you could as well. Well, we're going to see this T2 tower go down. Virtus Pro are suddenly the ones controlling this game. Puppy going to look for the deny. Dendi gets the deny. Silence.
Your insolence.
The charging bull gets silenced there. That was like one of those matadors there, and Virtus Pro just bait him in and then just shut him down there as he tried to charge his way out.
I would say it would have been worth it if the person who sacrificed his life to deny the tower was a support, but not your solo mid. Oh, ars-art is going to get caught.
He should be okay here. He's got backup nearby, and Bounty Hunter is just going to be forced back. Oh, is he going to be forced back? A Voss shows up. Nice cogs coming out from the Clockwork. Going to catch out a Voss with a hookshot as well, but... This Light of Heaven is in all sorts of trouble. Serpent Wards are dropped. Her Voss with the ultimate, not doing enough damage, though. Now we're going to see 2 heroes get called out. G trying to go for these kills here. Funnick as well as Crocky, both low. Crocky the first, second fall. He's now going to chase on. Meanwhile, Antimage forced to blink out. Funnick still low, hasn't actually gone down. Night Stalker's looking for him, but there's no detection. And they farmed all those Serpent Wards. The Shadow Fiend gets himself a ton of gold. Suddenly up to 2.3k gold.
Yeah, he's really close to his Manta style if he wants to. But this game... he could probably just go for more damage. Yeah, there goes. He gets Crystal Lace first. He's gonna hurt a lot right now from this point. He's gonna hurt much more than the anti-mage.
Yeah, this feels like a true carry here this game. He's 7-1. He's got Crystallis now to go with all these items, and Na'Vi are in some trouble. Like, they've got the Anti-Mage Magnus, like your kind of old school like combo here, but it's not working out well at all for them.
Their stronger timing window would be another 10 minutes after that, when Anti-Mage gets another item and Magnus probably has his BKB. That point would be their stronger point compared to VP. VP is much stronger at this point at 20 minutes.
I feel like Na'Vi can even somewhat go to the late game. Like, Magnus in the team fights is going to do a lot more than your Night Stalker or your Clockwork.
Funny.
Oh, Dendi with a blink up. He catches out to the Chain Frost to follow. Na'Vi get a great wombo combo going at the mid lane. Funnick was the bait, and Virtus Pro, they just took the bait. Snatched it all up. Meanwhile, it's a Shadow Fiend.
Almost killed the anti-mage.
Solo kill?
Sorry, killed the Shadow Fiend solo.
Yeah. With the Manta style, he just straight up killed that Shadow Fiend. That's... Virtus Pro just threw away everything they had gained back. They had managed to pull back into what I would consider to be almost a lead, but Na'Vi, with one fell swoop, get themselves back in it.
He was really too greedy to try and farm. He was not in a good shape, the Shadow Fiend, but he still wanted to farm in their own jungle. And Hobos was just at the right place at the right time to pick up the freebie.
Na'Vi going to kill off like 3 heroes, get 2 tier 1 towers.
Oh, look at the gold graph now.
Farm the enemy
2
jungle.
tier 1 towers and 3 kills.
And the 3 kills were on core here, like key heroes. You kill off your Night Stalker, you kill off your Shadow Fiend. These are big hero kills.
You have to factor in the track kill as well.
Yeah. That was a
track
ton
kill
of
on
gold
4 heroes.
It's what? Right now it looks like about a 3.5k gold swing, but I'm pretty sure it's bigger. Gets the first blink out. Are they going to keep chasing him? The silence isn't going to work because he can Manta it off, so He'll save that Mantis. He's going to just keep on blinking his way out of this one. And Virtus.pro, they can't really chase much further.
Yeah, I'll look to see whether he tries to build a heart or a butterfly right now. Both items give him really good survivability against VP. The butterfly would work really well against the Night Stalker and the SF, their right clicks. The heart would just basically give him a lot of survivability against all the spells VP have.
And SF, now that he's kind of committed to going for this crit, going back for an MKB is quite hard, because you kind of want to go for the lifesteal or something instead. So if you go for the butterfly, it's going to be a long time before there's a Monkey King bar on the SF.
Yeah, he needs the lifesteal a lot more than the anti-mage needs the lifesteal from the Blad's aura. Because SF you need to stand and you don't have a skill like Blink to reposition all the time. Anti-mage has Blink to always reposition. SF you need to just stand and deliver the damage. Bottom lane, are they going to get hovers again? No.
I think at this point he's unkillable almost, because he's got the
they're always
Mantis
trying
style.
to kill him.
If they silence him, he just Mantas out. Maybe they hook him after he blinks to follow it up, but it's very difficult. Speaking of hook shots, Clockwork is just level 8 right now. Light of Heaven is struggling. He's the lowest level in this game.
Yeah, he died a lot as well.
No, he's died once.
He actually only died once. What?
He just got zoned out. I saw he got zoned out of that lane, but he's not been involved in kills. He's only been in 4 of the 12 kills here. He has not been a big component of this Virtus.pro lineup.
I thought the reason he was so low level because he died a lot, but apparently he was just not participating in a lot of those.
Yeah, he's just done very little this game, either in lane or out of lane. It's not been getting kills, not been farming creeps, and just not really been seen on the map at all. The rest of Virtus.pro is starting to get back into it. Pugner's up to level 11, so for a slow sliding hero, this hero is suddenly back in the game. Virtus.pro are trying to force the issue here in the bottom lane. They're going to push on the high ground. Na'Vi not yet in position to defend this one. They're going to start TPing back now, and it looks like Virtus.pro do not want to commit as the top tower goes down.
They're still trying to chip away some damage from the tier 3 tower.
They've just got the BKB on Night Stalker, so it looks like they do want to take this fight. Clockwork picks up a Blade Mail, but he's struggling just to get like skill points in all his spells right now.
And look at the top lane. Na'Vi is pushing out.
It's Funnick as well. Mid lane Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is getting the tier 2. Oh, there's your RP. Catches out too. The Serpent Ward's all over them as well. Clockwork with the hook shot. Kuroki the first to go down. Oh dear. They may lose Rax's Na'Vi. The BKB pick up on G. The Serpent Ward's going to get farmed out here. And Virtus.pro, they're going for Rax's at bottom. Meanwhile, top lane, Havos with the Bounty Hunter. Funnick and Havos, they're going to trade Rax's. This is a base trade. Both teams going to get Rax's here.
Chain Force, here comes the Chain Force.
Is it too little too late? They're going to get the Clockwork here. They may get NS as well. The Skewer going to catch up both. Resistance in trouble. He's going to go for the Requiem. Not going to get it off. He's tracked up. That's a track kill going Na'Vi's way. 4 hero kills.
Oh,
the Melee Rex is alive.
The Melee Rex.
Oh no.
The Melee Rex didn't go down.
And this Melee Rex has good HP regen. It is healing itself back up over time. Meanwhile, Na'Vi took double Raxes at top lane. That Virtus.pro could not afford to not get bottom Melee Rex.
Oh my god. It didn't really started well at all. Dandy went in
good for
with the
Virtus.pro.
RP and Dandy went in with the RP on 2, but the Chain Force didn't came out because the Lich died as soon as he got damaged by the Nether Ward, so the Chain Force didn't got casted. And they bought up and turned things around. They're gonna get even Roshan now.
Na'Vi's just make something out of nothing.
Do they have a gem? They probably don't know G is in this here. Do they have gem?
Ooh,
No, he can walk in and take the Aegis.
Is he going to do so? He walked past them, but he doesn't realize, he doesn't know the Rocket Flare comes in a bit later, and well, BKB now going to be up on Dendi in the next fight as well, and suddenly Havos has a Butterfly. Havos has 2k gold. He can go for a BKB of his own for his next item if he wants to fight, or he just goes for the heart, but either way, he's going to be
I think he can even go for the more aggressive build, the Abyssal right away. Yeah.
Well, Bounty's also going to BKB. Na'Vi's just going to suddenly have double BKB, and Havos is going to have a new item in no time at all, so this is really a tough position for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, they're going to be relying on only one thing, the Shadow Fiend, to bring them back into the game. There's nothing else they could rely on. They don't have any other big damage coming up from other than the SF.
Yeah, Virtus.pro suddenly turned to Virtus.throw, it seems. I don't know what that was, but I mean, it wasn't the biggest misplay from them, but they definitely looked like they could have finished off the Raxes as well as they were up. Like, they killed 2 heroes. And they somehow still don't finish Rax.
You think about it, even if they got the melee Rax, it would still be in a fair trade, and Na'Vi start the fight so horrible.
Yeah. That's the big thing for me. I feel like Na'Vi shouldn't have been able to just team wipe Virtus Pro there, and suddenly Virtus Pro are going to maybe lose their bottom Raxes. Oh, they're trying to finish off this melee Rax, but it's already back up to 500 HP. SF goes in as well. There's no glyph for the time being. Meanwhile, bottom lane Na'Vi are getting Raxes here. There's an initiation coming from the Antimate. He's gone in on the clockwork. RP going to catch up to. Resistance is in trouble. Blow Your Brain going to go down. Doesn't get off a spell. Just the BKB. He gets brought down by the burst damage. Voss has Aegis, and there's no killing this guy. At least not twice. They're going to kill him off once. The Serpent Ward Trap not going to succeed. And Virtus Pro stuck in their fountain here. Bunny gets trapped by the Serpent Ward.
He actually trapped his own team.
He phases out. He's good. Buyback from the Pugner, and this is all over for Virtus Pro. They're stuck in their fountain. They'll GG out of this one. Na'Vi turn this one around. Rampage for Havos. Puts the footnote in this one. It's Na'Vi 2-0 Virtus Pro. What a crazy game. That was...
God, the Pugna was like... The Pugna actually finished off the melee Rex at bottom while that was happening.
Wow. Small victories for Virtus Pro. That was just a weird game, Winter. There was a lot of just unusual things going on. That game does not like pan out like a normal game, like with the base trading, with just unusual like plays as well as decisions at time. But in the end, it is Na'Vi with the 2-0 victory.
Yeah, most of it came from the early game that Na'Vi managed to get from the lanes to having the Lich deny the Night Stalker's EXP early on, pressuring him so much. He died 3 times in the first 10 minutes. That was just such a huge blow for Virtus Pro. They were counting on the Night Stalker to dictate the play and have a good momentum going for his team, but they had to rely on the Shadow Fiend instead.
Well, that does it. Na'Vi 2-0 victory, which means they're going to be going up against Empire next. Na'Vi versus Empire. That promises to be a fantastic series for our winner bracket final.
Is there losers bracket, Gods?
Yes.
Or they're just out?
There's loser bracket. Those matches will be tomorrow. So tomorrow there'll be Virtus Pro against Power Rangers, then your loser bracket final, and then your grand finals. But the winner bracket finals today, which is Na'Vi versus Empire.
Okay.
So,
thanks for clarifying that.
No problem at all. Are you back? Are you going to be free tomorrow to cast as well? By the way, I'll just ask you now, since your services may be needed.
Yeah, sure. Just let me know the time after.
I'll let you know. We've got one more best of 3 later today, guys. So that's going to be Na'Vi versus Empire. I think it's in about 3 or 4 hours' time. You're welcome to join me for that series as well. I don't know how late it is there or if you're up for that one as well. But LD's busy working on finding a new home for Beyond the Summit here in LA. So he won't be joining me for that game, guys. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, well, I didn't think it's a quick break. I think we do have a bit of time before our winner bracket final. I think it's going to be in an hour and a half. I believe it's at 8 a.m. Pacific time, which is, well, LA, which is us. So it's in an hour and a half. Should be Na'Vi versus Empire, guys. So come back then. We'll maybe put something on in the stream in the meantime. But myself, Winter, if you enjoyed our casting, if you want to give us some feedback, let us know on Twitter. I'm twitter.com/btsgods. He's twitter.com/winterdota. You can find him on Facebook and whatnot as well. You also stream sometimes lately, Winter.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
When I can.
When I need carrying, I'll come join you some more in your stream.
When you want to snipe some careers. So I think I can do like maybe later. Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Okay. You can let me know privately. We can figure it out not on stream. But guys, we'll take a quick break and go have a business meeting. Winter, figure out who's going to be casting later on. But guys, thanks everyone for tuning in. As always, Tech Labs winner bracket final up in an hour and a half. See you then.